have you ever noticed the deer in one end of the county don't look like the deer in the other end of the county? Well, here's kind of the reason why. Due to all the sheep herding, the county was, deer population was absolutely devastated. It wasn't just the miners eating them and such. It's just you had so many sheep there wasn't any feed for the deer. Now on the Georgetown Divide, you had the Van Flex and the Veer camps, and they had cheese camps. They had to keep the sheep herders out of there and not run so many cows so that the cows be fat enough to milk so they could make cheese. Well, that saved a few deer. It wasn't the case over here on the Placerville side. Now we're at the town of El Dorado. And I had a very interesting thing. My woodshop teacher grew up here, and his father did. And according to his grandpa, he remembered talking to people that hustled down here to the train station in El Dorado to see the judge's deer. Apparently, Judge Blanchard, and I think that title was honorary. I don't know if he was an actual county judge or not, but he was always referred to as Judge Blanchard, owned a big ranch off to the south of El Dorado, and he enjoyed his quail hunting. And in order to have some quail to hunt, he didn't run sheep, and he didn't run very many cattle because he enjoyed hunting quail. Well, the judge thought he might like some deer. Yellowstone National Park provided deer and elk to many parts of the Rocky Mountains. Yosemite National Park here in California provided a lot of deer for the state. And a lot of this was done privately. Now, apparently there was some guy who had an orchard just off the western boundary of Yosemite National Park. And in the wintertime, when the deer came down, he'd let them go into his orchard, then he'd just close the gate. And then he'd sell the deer. Well, Judge Blanchard bought a train car load of deer. I don't know exactly how many, but all the children were told that there were going to be deer. They'd never seen a deer before in their life, and they remembered coming down here as kids to see the judge's deer. He had a wagon specially set up so the deer wouldn't jump out, got the deer from the train car into the wagon, and then took him out and turned him loose on his ranch. Well, if you are observant on your deer, the deer in Georgetown look a lot like the deer down McWallamy Hill. But the deer on the Placerville Divide all the way through to Iron Mountain look just like the deer down in Yosemite National Park. That's because genetically, that's exactly what they are. Anyways, just showing you some of the interesting things that you wouldn't have gotten in your history books. You may not anyway, but this is actually where it happened, and it's from here that a lot of the deer to the whole southern half of the county actually, their little cloven feet were established, thanks to Judge Blanchard.
Amen.